Saki here and welcome back to my channel. This is the channel where we talk all about luxury goods, mainly handbags, since that is my passion in life. Well, not in life, but passion on YouTube at least. So if that's your thing as well, and if you like this video, please join me by hitting the subscribe button down below. Alright, so today's video is going to be about one of the number one questions that I always get asked, and that is, what pieces should you buy if you want to start out your luxury collection? So I actually made a video about this maybe over a year ago, so I will link that one down below as well, because in today's video I'm going to be covering stuff that I didn't talk about in that video. So yeah, if you're interested, go check that video out. It's still pretty relevant today, and I go through a lot of SLGs and stuff too. So yeah, please go check that out after you finish watching this video if you are interested. Alright, so for today's list, I'm actually mainly going to be talking about handbags to start off your luxury collection, but I'm also going to be talking about some really good tips for you guys if you are just starting out your luxury collection, including how to get your items authenticated and everything. So yeah, hopefully you guys find this video really helpful. Alright, so let's start off first with the handbags that I'm going to recommend you. So I tried to pick really more classic handbags, and actually just more really functional handbags for this list, because I figure that if you are starting out your luxury collection, you want something that you're going to be able to use a lot and is really functional in your everyday life. So the first pick that I have is actually going to be a camera bag. Now a lot of different brands do this, but I have the YSL camera bag here. I think this is an older version as well, because I did buy this pre-loved, but they do update their camera bags really often. So yeah, you can always find one on the market. The one that I have here I actually bought from Fashionphile, which is a pre-loved website. Fashionphile is probably the most popular and most well known, but I've got to say that is my number one tip for you guys when you are starting out a luxury collection. Buy pre-loved. Pre-loved is totally the way to go. I know these bags and stuff are really expensive, but if you go the pre-loved route, you can save up to 40, 50, 60% on a lot of these items. So that is why I highly recommend you to check out websites similar to Fashionphile. Now Fashionphile, like I said, is probably the most well known, but with that their prices are a little bit more expensive as well. So I recommend you check out websites like Yuki's Closet, Opulent Habits, The Real. I will link all of my favorite ones down for you below. So yeah, going pre-loved is definitely a great route. Now the reason why I think a camera bag is really awesome is because you can wear this practically every day. I mean, if you are okay with carrying a luxury bag every day, most of the camera bags that they make are really hard wearing. I think Saint Laurent in particular always makes their camera bags in the grained leather, and I think a lot of other brands do this as well, Gucci and even Louis Vuitton and stuff. So yeah, I just think that this is a great bag if you want to wear it every day, which I know when I first started carrying luxury, I just wanted to bring my bags literally everywhere with me. So yeah, that's why I think a camera bag is great. It can be very casual, because most of them usually come with a crossbody strap, so you can take it shopping or whatever. But then I also think because they are very small, they make a really cute evening bag as well. For instance, with this one, the strap isn't even detachable, but if I tuck it in, it looks like this, and because of the YSL logo and everything, I think it looks really great as an evening bag as well. So yeah, I just think that these things are very versatile, and I highly recommend you check out camera bags for your first luxury bag, or if you're just starting out your collection. Plus maybe outside of Chanel, most of these bags are priced at the lower end of luxury. So yeah, I definitely think that you can find a great deal on them. Another tip that I have for you guys, if you don't want to go the pre-loved route, is to buy on sale. Stuff like this, camera bags, especially in this brand YSL, they go on sale so often, at least a couple of times a year. The websites that I would check out or keep an eye on for sales is definitely Farfetch and My Teresa, and recently I've discovered a new one called Satire. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I did recently buy a bag on there, and it was heavily discounted. So yeah, I highly recommend to check out the sales and wait for the end of the season sales or mid-year sales, because you can find really good discounts if you aren't willing to go the pre-loved route. Alright, the second thing that I'm going to recommend, I actually did mention it in my previous video, but I'm going to expand on it a little bit, and that is going to be wallet on chains. So I did specifically only talk about the Chanel wallet on chain in that video, and maybe the YSL one as well, but I'm gonna say like wallet on chains in general are really, really good when you're starting out your luxury collection. The main reason is that they're very, very, very versatile. So I always talk about the Chanel wallet on chain, but so many other brands do this style. So I have here my Prada wallet on chain. I think they just call it a crossbody bag, but I mean, look at the similarities between these. I'm pretty sure this is meant to be a wallet on chain. Gucci also has one that's really, really good, and YSL has a couple of variants as well. But the reason why I think these are really awesome is because you can carry them like as a large wallet in, you know, some of your bigger bags. Obviously, if you don't carry bigger bags, this will never work as a wallet, but I mean, if you're carrying something large like this, it definitely fits in there and you could use it as a large wallet. They also have credit card slots in here, so that's what makes me think that this one is specifically made to also be a wallet on chain. But then the cool thing is, if you do want a handbag, you can just take the chain out, or in this case, you know, attach the chain to it, and then it becomes a nice little mini handbag. So you can definitely use this in a variety of occasions. Like I was saying with the camera bag, I think these wallet on chain bags are so like versatile because you can carry them obviously, you know, to an evening event because they're very small and they look very elegant if you tuck the chain in, or you know, if you want to wear it with the chain, I think that looks great as well. But you can also wear these like really casually crossbody with like, you know, jeans or shorts and a t-shirt, and I think it looks really great. Wallet on chains are like on the lower end of like the luxury scale as well. I think I paid about $1,000 on this one. I know that's really expensive still, but like I was saying with the pre-loved route, if you go the pre-loved route, you can find these types of things, especially in brands like Gucci and Prada and YSL, for like way, 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 way under like retail price. And like I was saying with the camera bags, you can also, you know, many times find these on sale. I think because they don't really change up the style of wallet on chains very often, a lot of the times these won't necessarily go on sale, but you know, you might get lucky and find like a seasonal color or something that's on sale, so I would highly recommend to check that out. So yeah, I definitely recommend any, you know, brand of wallet on chain, but if you are looking for something on the cheaper end, I would definitely check out, you know, Prada, Gucci, YSL, because these brands are definitely great when it comes to like beginner luxury. Alright, the next bag that I'm going to be talking about is the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. I can't believe I didn't mention this in my last video. I don't know why. This was one of my first luxury pieces. The one that I had originally was just the regular like demi azur with the MM size, and I actually got that one like for a Christmas present from my mom a while ago, but I ended up selling it after I found this Tahitian print one. But I highly, highly recommend these bags. They are so, so useful. I mean, I wear mine still almost every single day, like to work. However, I do like to give it breaks, so I'm not just like using one bag, you know, for work every single day. But this bag seriously is just so useful. I know this bag is probably included in every like, you know, beginner's luxury video, but there's a reason for that. This is the bag that you get when you know, are worried about cost per value and you want to get like the most bang for your buck, I guess, because you're going to be able to use this every single day, especially if you are, you know, working or in school or whatever. Like if you need to carry a lot of stuff, this is the bag. This is also, you know, relatively on the lower end of luxury bags. I think it retails for about $1,300, which, you know, compared to a $5,000, $6,000 Chanel bag, is pretty good value for money, especially considering the fact that you can use it every day. Now, the cool thing about the Neverfull too is that it does come with a little pouch. I don't have mine with me, but it does come with like a little separate pouch, and you can use that one as like a wristlet. You kind of get two bags in one. Actually, you kind of get three bags in one, because if you notice, there are these little ties, and if you cinch the sides of it, I know not many people do this, but I still like the option sometimes. Yeah, if you cinch in the sides, you get an even smaller bag, and it kind of makes this look like a bucket bag, so it's like you can wear it three different ways, and it's like having three bags in one. So yeah, I highly recommend the Neverfull. This is actually one of the bags that I recommend that you buy brand new. So if you don't want to go the pre-loved route for maybe your first luxury item, or when you're first starting out your collection and you want the in-boutique experience and you want to go in-store and splurge, I feel like this bag is really, really good for that. The Neverfull is probably one of the most popular Louis Vuitton bag, so it's almost always in stock in, you know, one print or another. So I don't feel like you'll have a problem if you are looking for this bag. So yeah, just highly, highly recommend the Neverfull. I know it's one of those bags that you just see so often and is so popular, but like I said, there is definitely a reason why. Alright, and the last bags that I'm going to recommend to you guys are vintage bags. Now I know, I talked about this in my last video as well, but I did get a couple of different vintage pieces that I didn't have back then, so I would like to talk about them because I think that these are really, really great deals. So first of all, this is the Vintage Classic Flap. It's a 2 series, so I like to say it's from 1992, which is when I was born. So with this bag, I got it from Yugi's Closet, which is one of the websites I really, really trust when it comes to secondhand luxury, and I got this one for about $2,000. Now at the time, a brand new medium classic flap was $5,600, so I saved a ton of money, considering the fact that it's $5,600 plus tax. Yeah, it's crazy to buy a classic flap nowadays. So yeah, if you want a classic flap and you don't want to spend, or you don't have like $5,000, $6,000 laying around, I feel like these bags are much easier to get to when it comes to saving. I mean, of course they are still very, very expensive, but it's a more obtainable goal than, you know, buying something brand new. Plus, everything about the classic flap is pretty much the same, whether it's from 1992 or 2020. It's got all of the same features, you know, the quilting and the turn lock and the chain and the pocket. Like literally nothing has changed about this bag except for the placement of the stamping. The only thing is obviously like the vintage bags are, well, they look vintage. So I know a lot of people don't like that look, but honestly, I think that this looks just as great as, you know, a brand new bag. And just the fact that it's vintage and is so old, it looks like it has a story, you know? Like, I don't think people are going to be judging you for having a vintage bag, and I think it still really looks classy and elegant. So yeah, definitely more, you know, affordable and obtainable than a brand new bag. So yeah, I highly, highly recommend the vintage route, especially if you're looking to buy something like a classic flap where, you know, the prices are pretty much astronomical. And the second vintage bag that I have to show you is my vintage vanity case. Now this one in particular, I love to tell the story about because they actually brought this bag back, I think in 2019. Of course, the updated version has like a strap and the logo is slightly different, but everything else about it looks pretty much the same in my opinion. But the brand new one in 2019 was, I think, around the $3,000 mark, and I bought this one for $600. Yes. It's crazy. And it's funny because like if I do want to attach a strap to it, I usually just tie like a silk twilly or something to the handle and use it like a handbag. But yeah, I paid way, 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 way less for this one than it is if you like brought the brand new version. Now I did buy this one off eBay, which is why I got such a great deal. And I will have to say, if you are getting anything from like Instagram sellers or eBay sellers, basically places that are a little bit, I guess, sketchier, always get your items authenticated. I have a lot of videos out there on authenticating your items, but basically the main points are to get your item authenticated before you buy it. So ask the seller that you're buying from for all of the pictures you can. Make sure you get, you know, all of the outside of the bag plus all of the essential like stampings and logos, and then send those pictures into an authentication service. I always like to use an app called the Real Authenticate. It costs about $20 per item, but they are very, very fast and really efficient and very, very trusted. So yeah, if I buy something from, you know, Instagram or eBay, I always make sure to get my items authenticated. And then when the item arrives, if you're still not sure, I would definitely get them, you know, authenticated after too, because, you know, if you are buying something from eBay and they send you real pictures but then they send you a fake item, you can definitely get your money back by, you know, putting a claim on eBay. So it's always helpful to do before and after. I know it costs like 20 bucks every time, but for your peace of mind, I think is a really, really good deal. So yeah, that is just one thing to keep in mind if you are looking to go the vintage route. But yeah, like I said, you can find really, really good deals if you just take your time and, you know, really research it. Alright, so those were my tips and recommendations for handbags to start out your luxury collection. Like I said, if you are looking for more of like the SLG type thing or small leather goods, please check out my last video. I will link it down below. And let me know what was your first luxury handbag or luxury purchase in the comment section down below. If you did like this video, video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and as always, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I would like to remind you, my 10K giveaway is coming soon. I actually just ordered the item. I'm so sorry it took so long, but yeah, it is coming soon, so please subscribe and stay tuned for that if you are interested. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy out there, and I will see you next time. Bye!